I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. It's your girl, DYANAROZAY, and I am here to bring y'all Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? So make sure y'all take the poll at the top of the page. I told y'all that something's wrong with Angel. I told y'all something was wrong with Angel in my last review. I'm not taking it back, even though she had a couple of hitters in my chat telling me that I don't like rich Black women and some other shit. I don't even know half of the stuff they were saying because I was like, where did this come from? I realized that the lady did an interview with one of her friends over there, Miss Angela Yee, but it does not take away from the fact that Angel has, I don't care what the edit, Angel is not good on this damn show, okay? That's on period. Yes, Belicious. You heard me. Child, when I tell y'all this blogging shit ain't for the weak at heart. It just isn't, okay? So I need for every single one of y'all to come on in. If you are here, welcome to the cookout, baby. Y'all know how we do. We are family over here. Family, family, family. So come on in. Look, I got on my my beret. Look, y'all know I love a twist, and it is after my girl, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill back in the day. So yes, come on in. You are rocking with me. I don't care. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't care if you, I didn't even know Angel had fans like that, to be honest. Angel has been getting raked through the coals pretty much since her first episode. And if y'all have been paying attention to me, I literally was like trying to give the lady a break. I was like, well, she just had a baby. It could be postpartum. You know, your hormones are crazy. Those white boys that are over there interviewing all of the people, they all get the Bravo celebrities. They have been dogging the hell out of Angel Massey. I went over to look at their comments to see if y'all gave them the same heat. You didn't. So go on ahead and bounce because I don't give a shit. Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Belicious. I appreciate you. I see my cousin is here. What's up, cousin? I appreciate you. You brought enough lemonade for everybody. Absolutely amazing. Look, y'all get yourself a cup of something and a sandwich and some other stuff. Okay. Some chips and things. Okay. I appreciate every single one of you. Listen, hit the like button too. Hit the like button, share the video. Y'all, if y'all have been paying attention to my Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews, child, I've been getting all kinds of shit. There's been actually a lot of people who have been complimenting me. So I'm going to say this. Thank you to those who have supported me and who come over to watch my videos because y'all love my commentary. And you guys are so nice and telling me that I do like a great job. I do better reviews than anyone on YouTube because typically people review to hate. I don't review to hate. I review to tell y'all a story because that's the fun part. But you know, YouTube has become something a little different. Hey, what's up? I need to say hello to Cynthia, of course. What's up, cousin? Also, what's up to Lady D Key? She's here to help y'all in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So that we all have a good time. Child, kick out anybody who comes over here to hate on me about that damn Angel. No, I'm kidding. Y'all could say whatever. But yeah, listen, we're all cousins, child. I love my cousins all the same, but child, I might have to delete some comments later, depending on what y'all be saying over here. You said, that's why I joined. Exactly. Y'all came over here to wind down, to have a good time. Okay, there's plenty of shit to fight about. I wake up every morning with the list of things that I got to write and say and do to help all of us. You know what I'm saying? In the U.S., those of us who deserve the help. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is entertainment. Those motherfuckers are on that TV show because they get a check. They go to work for us to talk about them. Don't come over here trying to trying to attack me about some bullshit. Angel makes way too much money for the likes of you to be in my comments going to bed. You understand what I'm saying? She don't deserve all that. But she don't. Okay, she don't deserve all that. If she didn't want to be there, she could leave anytime. In the middle of the season, at the beginning of the season, she ain't got to stay for shit. Period. That's how rich she is. She ain't even got to stay. Okay. What's up, cousin? Okay. Y'all, this is my cousin, Kevin. He has always been here to support me. I appreciate you. You said, I want to personally thank you for the kind words you spoke the other day. It meant a lot. Oh, thank you, Kevin. I love you. I appreciate you coming over. You have always been kind and funny to me. I always thought you were a good time in the chat. So you're welcome here anytime. Okay, bruh. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Hit my like button. Make sure y'all bump me up in the algorithm. Y'all let all them, I hate to say it, but y'all know, them white bloggers be getting all the tea, all the stuff. All of the Bravo celebrities go over to them. We don't get shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit my damn like button. Show me. Show me a little something. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm hating on them. I like them too. You know what I mean? But damn. The way we get attacked for just telling a story. Oh my goodness. Angel may be rich, but her attitude stinks. It certainly does. That's why I asked y'all to take that damn poll. Angel act like she don't be asking for discounts. Baby, you use your name. Bobby, yours. You use your name around the city too to get discounts. You probably went to that Airbnb, and I'm going to tell y'all about it, but I have no doubt. Luxury rental, you got to go through an agent to get it. That means the homeowner sets the price. It does not surprise me at all if you said, well, you get to use our name and get to say that the Massey stayed here in order to get your ass a discount. That's for sure. Okay? I ain't lying about it. I know for a fact. And I know how you handled yourself in the scene because I'm real good at paying attention to that type of shit. I know how you handled yourself. That tells me that you did it. Okay? Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's get to it. So it picks up exactly where it left off. And I know that there was high altitude because of the mountains and shit over there in Denver. But I did notice this when everybody was sitting there and, you know, Angel was demanding, I need to know who said what about me. Angel was huffing and puffing like real life. She was panting like that. Nobody else was doing that. Everybody else was sitting there looking at her like the bitch was crazy, just like I was doing when I was watching it at home on the comfort of my sofa. You know what I'm saying? But she was panting when she was trying to get the answer from them. Like I guess her blood got so worked up. You know what I'm saying? Her blood pressure got so worked up that she had to sit her ass down and take a time out. What is going on, rich bitch? Let me tell you what you're never going to do. If I have multiple millions in a bank account, ain't nothing you brokies can say. Not y'all, not my cousins, because whatever I got, my cousins got, okay? But ain't nothing nobody else on that motherfucking set could have said to me. You ain't gonna ruin my day with that bullshit. The fact that they even ruined her day let me know that it was some truth to it. But she sat there, okay? Now, let's not even forget, okay, hold on, I'm getting too far ahead. She basically says, who here has the information? Who? I need to know because y'all can't come to my house unless I know who has the information. You already have them 2 hours away from the airport, an hour and a half or an hour, 45 minutes away from your house. There was a reason she did that shit, okay? That was dirty work. Anyway, Wendy said, bitch, I'll tell it. Let me tune you in, okay? She said, well, the story that I heard from a very reputable realtor over there in the, I guess, Potomac area, she said is that you wanted a $14,000 a month property that you were only willing to pay $1,000 for, okay? So this is what she says. After she says it, Angel jumps out of her seat like she just hit the lottery. That's what she does. Not even joking. Because my rich ass actually paid $14,000 on the property. So what she told you was wrong. Well, here's the deal, because this is where I would have gotten pissed off. She didn't pull $14,000 out of the air. So that contract that you had, like I said, that's a private property, that's a private rental. That means you had an agent to show you that you didn't go on to the computer and type it the fuck in. You had somebody showing you those properties. That means, Angel, that somebody did leak your business, whether you like it or not. Okay? Period. I don't know why you didn't think anybody knew this, but while you're doing all of this, everybody is looking at you with their eyebrows raised. Wendy may be a known liar, but so is Angel. Okay? What Jazzy said about the wags is true. I agree. The Angel has an air to her where you can just tell certain things. She wants you to, if you don't think a way about her the way she wants you to think it, and I mean every single fucking word of it, she flips out. She doesn't know how to let shit roll off her shoulder and just be who she needs to be. And like I said, what never happens is if you got it, you ain't trying to prove it to a brokey. You're just not. Everybody got tea on each other in that group. Everybody knew what was going on with Wendy in the group while they were filming. So there is no way in hell that Wendy would make that girl come up out of her skin like that unless there was some truth to it. Not to mention the fact the realtor that Wendy was talking about, this is how we know it's true. Angel says, I know the realtor. I actually hired her. I think the only reason she said that to you is because she got mad that I released her because she wasn't giving me what I want. Cool. Then you know her. Then what she is saying could have a ring of truth to it. Now, I know that when she went over there on Watch What Happens Live, she tried to change it up. Well, I didn't have to prove anything to Wendy. Well, you did, because you told the bitch that she couldn't come to your house and eat if she didn't tell it. So not true. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Here's the other thing that was crazy. Like I said, you brought those ladies all the way to Denver, because after she says all of that, then I think it's Stacy who says, why don't you just give her a call since you both know her? Give her a call, put the shit to rest. No, I'm not going to do that. Why not? Why wouldn't you do that, girl? You brought everybody from Potomac to Denver, okay, on a field trip to basically show the poor girls, the project chicks, how you live. This was an experiment. This is what it looked like to me. This is what you said to your sister. This is what you've been saying in confessional. Those bitches got me effed up. They're coming here so that I can show them who I am, what I have. I got millions in the bank. Then make the call. I would have made that call so quick you missed the mark when you didn't make the call. That's the other problem, because the truth of the matter is you complained about it all the way back to the property an hour and a half away. First thing you said when you got in the car was that was some unprofessional shit, that the realtor was unprofessional discussing your business. You told on yourself every step of the way. Please come on in. Welcome, y'all. Hit the like button and share the video. Take the poll too, because I just asked y'all if y'all believe that shit. Because when I watched it, I went, why wouldn't she just call the lady? And why do you continue to complain? And what did she say? Something like, Giselle knows that she's just trying to take me down. You had an opportunity to check Giselle, Ashley, Wendy, and the realtor in one swoop. You could have gotten your whole life. You could have changed the entire trajectory if you just would have told them all off at the same time. Okay? You didn't do it. You didn't do it. Anyway, after all of that happens, she gets her fill by telling the ladies that only 2 people get to go back to the house with her. It happens to be Tia and Kay, her good friend. Okay? But everybody else has to stay there. Kay is crying because the altitude, I guess, is playing around with her a little bit. But she's crying. Um, they also have another intention, I guess, round circle, a little round circle to have this intention meeting where they're supposed to breathe and make, everybody had to tell what their intention was for the trip. I don't know if this would be fun for me. That's the other thing. I know you're rich because of how you handle yourself, and that's great, but maybe not everybody else is up to doing that. Anyway, Stacy says that her intention is to really have a good time on this trip and stop having all the women come after her. Can we really just get to know each other a little better? Which was a good intention. She was the only one. Giselle said something like her intention was to have her own room with a bathroom, and Angel took that personally. Off camera in confessional, she said she's tired of Giselle coming for her, and she got another think coming if she thinks she's going to bring her down. Whatever. Giselle called her Wander Nuts. Y'all know her property is called Wanderlust, but she said Wander Nuts need to move on somewhere, and she says that she's sick and tired of the bullshit when it comes to her. And I don't blame her at this point. And I don't even root for Giselle. Giselle is a nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? But the licks that Giselle seems to be getting in is okay with me. And I also want to say Giselle hasn't even been telling Ashley what she's going to do next. That's how pissed she is about the situation, the setup. She's literally just been paying attention, taking it all in, and plotting in her head what she's going to do next. Period. Okay. There was no fun, not one. It was literally handled like a field trip, like one you were supposed to take notes at. Okay. Learn something from. It was dumb. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna give y'all the poll. Hold on. I just wanted to know what y'all was thinking. I should have asked y'all the poll before I gave y'all all the reasons why. Anyway, the poll question was, do you believe that Wendy told Angel, or do you believe Wendy was told that Angel wanted to pay $14K for a luxury rental? 54% of y'all said yes, and she should have called the agent. 46% of y'all said no, that she would have never asked for a discount. She absolutely would have asked for a discount, y'all. Oh, damn, look. Hold on, let me do it again. She absolutely would have asked for a discount. There is nothing about Angel that says she's above asking for a discount. Rich people keep their money in their pocket because they ask for discounts. Okay. Half of the time, people just give them a discount because they want them to participate in whatever it is that they're doing. So come on in. Hey, Miss Jackie Green. So you guys, Miss Jackie Green is a A1 Day One. She's been supporting me for a while. She's a member. Okay, so if y'all would like to become one, the link is pinned to the chat. She said, I clicked the like and jumped over to the cookout with your potato salad. Thank you, baby. You said, I'm over Angel. Me too. And she's cut from the same exact cloth as Giselle, which is why she tries so hard to suck on her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Low budget Mean Girls Potomac. Thank you. Okay, let me get. Hold on, y'all. Whatever reason, my screen is giving me the blues. Okay, come on in. Hit the like button, share the video, okay? But yeah, that's what I think. I know a lot of people think different, but it is what it is. I don't know what y'all see in Angel. Too bad. Okay. A lot of people are asking that she has a second chance. I'm hoping that they don't, because I think production played the out of her this entire episode. When production starts getting dirty with you, they don't like you. Okay. They don't like you. Anyway, while she got her ass back in the car, after she picks her girls and put them in the car, she got this smirk on her face like, I'm gonna show you. She gets in the car and the first thing she does is complain. She complains about the real estate agent. How dare she? And I'll never let her. And I have all my business in a row, all my check and balance. Well, no, you don't, because that's how your ass got kicked out the Airbnb in the first place. That's how this whole thing started. You got evicted. So clearly you don't do it all the time. Girl, you're just a mess. Anyway, after she does all that, the ladies are trying to make her feel better. Angel says some shit like she's very humble. Not only is she good at business, but she's also very humble. And that those ladies are complaining about a $1.6 million property. Spoken like someone who's really humble. Girl, whatever. Don't know what's going on. And at first I actually thought that it was her property, that it was on her 36 acres, but it turns out it's not. She rented it from someone. Come on in. Hey, Gloria, my St. Louis sis. I appreciate you, girl. The period after giving birth, postpartum depression, she could have that. I said that. What do you want from me? I did say that. I said it multiple episodes. Now I'm just simply saying there is something wrong and somebody got to bring it to her attention. And I was told that I'm a hater and I don't like Black women, which is some shit. Okay, that's number one. There's plenty of haters that don't like Black women. It's not me, but there's one that y'all support real heavy. It's amazing. And she's told y'all multiple times how y'all should be behaving is crazy. You're surprised that she didn't have a guest house somewhere. Facts. All facts. She has this Wanderlust, I guess, business that's opening this year. However, I think that a lot of it was bringing, like I told y'all in my last review, she was bringing people and them cameras in so that they can see her property. She missed the mark by getting that horrible ass rental. Because if people think that you aren't paying attention to those details for your guest, and it's paid for, then why would you pay attention to those details for me? And I'm going to pay for it. Production paid for that house. Okay. So come on in, hit the like button, share the video. I appreciate y'all. Anyway, the rest of the ladies who are in the Airbnb that got left behind, they're complaining because they're like, well, shit, we can't do anything. We're stuck in this property. We don't have a car to get up out of this mother. We got to wait for them to come back and get us in order to go to dinner. So they're like, so far, this isn't panning out. This doesn't look the way we thought it was going to look, right? They're not lying, okay? And they have to get dressed and they realize they don't even have water to clean up, to take the plane ride off of them, to look pretty so that they can go back to her house to see what this magnificent, mansion that she has. So it's a lot. Thank you. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you. This episode will give her upcoming business a bad look. Kevin. Yeah, that's what I said. When I saw it last week, I went, oh, well, she's just bumping her business. Okay, I get it. You're going to get a little something out of it. When that shit happened, I went, ooh, this is bad for you, girl. Anyway, now we know it's bad. And I'm going to tell you how we know. Monique Samuels, the one that liked birds and, cows and mosquitoes, the one who said, I have this property in the woods. I live in solitude. I love it here. I will never leave it. That bitch got in the car and started complaining about how awful that house was. Okay. They start driving past other properties that on their way to Angel's house. And she's like, well, damn, where did she have us at? Is there other properties available? Because there's a house. She's counting the houses. She's looking at how beautiful everything looks on their way to. And she's like, she got us living in a fun house. Monique, the one who likes to live in the woods. I peeped it. I literally said, if Monique's complaining, that's a problem, girl. Nothing about that house works. Now, it did look beautiful when you walked in, but they have a problem with it. Anyway, while they're there, Monique says in confessional, here's another way that we know that this is some bullshit. Monique, the friend of the show, says in her confessional, she says, listen, production, I'm breaking the fourth wall. Production takes care of certain things when we have these trips. So we all know that. Okay, bitch, I'm not giving you a secret. But as a cast member and a host, You want to do things that's in alignment with the budgets and what they're asking us to do. And she missed the mark. That's what Monique says. Not Giselle. Giselle's keeping it cute. She's not saying anything. Giselle said, I don't want to rain on this heifer's parade because maybe her hosting skills are all the way in the bottom of her feet right now, and she's just not giving us her best. But this is some bullshit. Okay. Kevin, were there no other Airbnbs? Well, the crazy part is Monique started looking up other Airbnbs while she was in the car. They said, well, hey, we got an hour to go. Let's look up other Airbnbs. They started looking it up and said, oh, here's one available. Here's a 20. This one has like rooms for 20 people. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Okay. Anyway, after all that, Monique decides that, hell, I've just figured out that I don't like her. I don't like her. Not yet. Hold on. While she's in the car, Monique says that there is a look and an energy to Angel that she has clocked. Okay. She said it's very reminiscent of the shit that I escaped with Chris Samuels, my ex. This is what she says in the car. Again, Giselle is silent, whereas I think it was Jazzy, she's like, I'm staying out of this conversation. But Monique is basically saying, Angel's an abused woman. That's what she's saying, okay? You said, did we skip past Angel and Tia arriving at the house? Yeah, so Angel and Tia, they arrive at the Massey residence, and they are getting top-notch treatment. I mean, they're going through oohing and on all the things. Okay, so yes, Bobby escorting Angel out of the rain. Yeah, he left them hoes. He went outside with his jacket, covered Angel's head, ran her back inside the house, while Kay and Tia had to, fend for themselves, grab their luggage out the car. Grab their luggage at the car and roll it into the house. Also, just another sign that Angel may not be who she thinks she is. That's all I'm saying. Typically, I've had my husband do this, so this is just normal behavior. Y'all go inside. I'm going to run out here with the umbrella. Y'all go inside. I'll take your luggage back in. I've never seen anything like that before. I just haven't. That shit was funny to me. Yes. Now listen, I already had jumped on Monique last week when I said, Monique, your business does not have to be her business. You've been in her company for all of 15 minutes, girl. You don't know that much about that lady. I don't care if you both have football playing husbands. You shouldn't have said that, especially being that you act like your whole world was turned upside down on that show because those girls were trying to leak your secrets. You didn't want that out there. So I thought that was dirty, especially since you came on here talking about how changed you were. That's not changed behavior at all. Come on in, y'all. Hit the like button and share the video. I'm sure they brought their own luggage in the house. They did bring their own luggage in the house. It was a hot ass mess. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about now the ladies, okay? Everybody that was in Giselle's car, Giselle, Monique, Jazzy, Wendy, they all arrived at Angel's house, okay? They're there. Angel does have a beautiful house. There's no denying that. It costs money. It looks like it costs money. And I would assume that if I saw Angel and Bobby in the street, that they had money. Like, even with everything that Wendy said, my thought initially wasn't that y'all evicted because you broke. I just thought you tried to, get a discount or some shit. That's what I was thinking. I didn't think y'all were broke. I'm not sure why you let these girls get in your feelings like that. But come on in. But she gets everybody there and she is so set to impress everybody. She got a violinist at the door playing a tune, child. I used to play the violin when I was younger. So did my sister Clone. First chair, okay? So I know a thing or two about the violin and some rap music and some other ghetto shit. But I was like, girl, you didn't have to do all that. You made somebody drive 5 hours away to come play the violin for you. And she was really hell set on impressing Giselle, the one with the tacky house, the one that gets dogged out season after season for how she dressed, for her hair, for her home. You're sitting up here talking about, and Giselle, take a look at this Giselle, and Giselle, and Giselle. You did first chair too. First chair, and I ran track, and I won state. First for all things, okay? Excuse me. Not yet, baby. We getting to the men. You hold on. Take a look at that mother in the picture, though. Okay, so she's trying to impress Giselle. She tells Giselle, who I thought only drinks Casa Amigo or whatever the hell that vodka is, she said, or tequila. She said, Giselle, I have someone, a bartender there, making Moscow mules because I know that's what you drink and I want to make sure that you are taken care of and blah, blah, blah. And Stacy clocked it. Stacy, who don't even have a problem with pretty much anybody, you know what I'm saying, unless they have a problem with her. But Stacy is in confessional like, damn, she's more excited about Giselle than she is her own husband, which was definitely a little, you might have a Giselle crush, bitch. Don't be worried about me sleeping with Chris Samuels. Worried about yourself getting hot for Giselle is what she's saying. I caught it, girl, and I agree. Casa Azul. Okay, thank you. Casa Azul, okay? But she said, yeah, baby, I got you. And again, I'm like, girl, give them that tour and just let them tongues wag. You ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Unless she was bringing them there to stay. But Giselle, because Giselle knows. Y'all know Giselle knows that bitches be coming on the show and wanting to be her best friend. And her best friend list is really, it's all filled up. She don't want no more best friends. But she'll take a flunky. She'll take a flunky any day of the week. And you are serving yourself up to Giselle as her flunky. Period. I said it. Because Giselle said, oh, okay, well, now things might be getting better. Okay. Girl, please, what do you want her to do? Pick a side. I don't like when women do that. Be grown. You got 3 kids. Be grown. Brown nosing. Facts. Giselle likes for people to kiss up to her. And when you get into that space and she knows it, because all she'll do is ice you out until you get there. Just like she did with Wendy, but she'll ice your ass out until you get there. You got to ice her back out. Then let her come to you. She may never come to you. Maybe Giselle's just that type of bitch, but don't go brown nose into Giselle. I don't know. The ladies are upsetting me this season. Anyway, that's why y'all are so behind in them ratings. Y'all done let Married to Medicine outrate y'all. And Married to Medicine is doing awesome, by the way. But y'all are on episode 14. Married to Medicine is on episode 5. And they are slamming y'all in the ratings. Come on in, honey. Welcome. Hit my like button, too. I appreciate you. Anyway, after that, okay, after they all get their drinks and they get to talk a little bit, that's when Angel decided to take the project girls, because that's what it felt like. It felt just like the project school trip. Let me go show y'all the nice things, how other people live. And then, bitch, maybe one day with a lot of prayer, okay? With a lot of prayer and luck, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll get to live like this. That's what Angel's giving to me in this whole thing. That's her spirit. And she takes those ladies to an area where her husband was sitting. And mind you, her husband was being nice at one point, but now her husband has all of his friends there. And this is a bunch, I guess, VIPs or HNICs. You know what I'm saying? And they're all sitting around here. And this motherfucker right there in the picture. Y'all see this dude in the picture? Him? Who knows who he is? He's some sort of hedge fund, something, which means I guess he makes a lot of money. He makes other people a lot of money. Maybe he thought that them ladies should be licking or kissing his ass. When she says this man's name, because when she says everybody else, I think there's maybe 3 or 4, including her husband, right? The guys barely nod at these women. That's how despicable they were. They didn't say, hey, hi, wave. They do a kind of thing. No way. No brother man nod. No nothing. Give me something. Brother man from the 4th floor, 5th floor, something. But that motherfucker was trying to give off this Nino Brown, throw the champagne, cancel this bitch, I'll get myself another one. Get out of here. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh my God, you said Timo, be smooth. Right, he does look like Be Smooth. Yo, nerdy ass, sir, if you don't get yourself someplace, he gonna sit there with that cigar rolling it around in his mouth, blowing it out, staring the ladies down from behind them damn mirrored sunglasses. If you don't get the hell, an angel, somebody who is 1000% prickly sensitive to other people's energy, is sitting there with her smile on her face. This is who this one is. And he's an investor in Wanderlust. And he's a friend who plans on staying with the property. He's going to be bringing in the animals. And this one, I was like, bitch, I would be so embarrassed if I invited my friends someplace and took them to say hello to men that's sitting in my house, men who's sitting in my house. I introduce you to them and they say nothing. They barely say nothing. Girl, la, 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 la. Get out of here, Angel. They embarrassed you yet again. If you were here to show this property off and let the TV land people see that you're this excellent host, that you have all this going on, this isn't the way to go. This made you look bad, in my opinion. Because someone has money doesn't mean they have class. Angel is putting on a show for what she, exactly. I agree. But she's getting mad when people clock it. You think a person like that didn't ask for a damn discount? Didn't say use my name to advertise your place so that we don't pay you $14,000 a month? If you don't believe that she did that, you sadly mistaken. Everything about her says she did. Everything. Those guys did a disservice to themselves. I agree. More than anything, the guys that showed up on that show, I don't know why she thought that was a cool move to do, because Angel has been on TV before. She's hosted things. She knows what the behind the thing looks like with the camera. To let those men sit there and because I believe you told them not to say anything, because even your husband was looking a little crazy. I don't think you would do that. I don't think that they would have done that otherwise. I think you asked them to do it. Make it seem like those are your connections. And the project chicks, y'all should wish y'all had connections like me. Y'all should wish you had a rich husband like me, or this property and all these things. And they dogged your ass out in every scene when it came to your property and that damn rental that you did. Let's get into the rest of it. But those men were nasty. That's what it looked like to me. Anyway, after that was all done, the ladies actually say, including Stacy, this shit felt like I was in the movie Get Out. They did not like us. They did not want us here. Wendy started laughing and damn near in the scene. She was just like, what is this? Because you could tell that it was a put on. But those men did do themselves a disservice. I hate that for y'all. Y'all shouldn't have did it. Okay. Anyway, now they're at the dinner table and they're eating. And Giselle has drank everything in because she knows I'm going to let this bitch have it. I'm not even going to say anything to any of the other girls, because if I do, they'll tell my shit before I get to tell it. So y'all want y'all moment on camera? I'm going to give it to you before they can even sit down good, okay? Angel is letting people know, take a look at the view, baby. Look at all the beautiful things I have going on here. Are y'all a little chilly? I'll have one of the maids, or maybe whoever, Bobby, can go up and get you guys, some of my name brand scarves and wraps so you guys can be warm. She's doing all that again, trying to show off her money. And the second Giselle got comfortable enough where she got her wrap on, the first thing she said was, this shit is whack. This shit is whack. Angel, your energy is whack. This entire hosting thing is gutter. Okay. She said, why do you have us at a home that's an hour and a half away? That's whack. And we don't have any damn running water over there. Okay. It's intermittent. That's whack too. Bitch, when I was like, oh my God, Angel was sitting there trying her best to like be the perfect host. She's like doing the smile thing. Well, she couldn't even get it out, bitch. The way Giselle read your ass for filth, those ladies was like, that's true. That's true. She wasn't the whole thing. I don't like none of it. This entire thing, Angel. Where are you coming from? Don't bring us here to look at all this shit and you got us living over there in the gutter. What is going on? Well, I didn't realize you were living over there. And she was like, can you put us someplace else? Well, no, because it's the high season and everything's rented out. Well, you don't know that they were looking at the rental properties and saw what was available on the drive-in, girl. They already knew that shit's available. Now you done put Giselle exactly where she needed to be. I wanted to see if you did this shit on purpose or if it was a fake. And now I know, bitch. That's it. That's it. From that point forward, Giselle said, we out of here. We're out of here. We're going to get there. But the way that happened, I felt bad for her. Also, bad advertisement for what you're trying to do with Wanderlust, your 36 acres. The shit you got going on that property, right? Period. Okay? Now everybody's eating dinner. They didn't let Giselle pop off. She didn't got her good one off. She didn't say shit for the rest of the time. She was just like, I said what I had to say. And I've also, because when Giselle talks, she literally puts production on notice. I'm saying this so y'all know I'm not staying there no more. Okay. But now we have Tia. Tia, I know that we do like Tia. I think Tia has a lot of value. I'm not understanding her and Stacy that much. I'm just not. Anyway, Tia has this moment where she says that oh, hold on, sorry about that. Yeah, she goes on Stacy again, and she says that she's still, I guess, not over Timu turning her down for dinner. What is going on in your life where you can't take a no? I don't understand it. I don't give a damn how she said it. I don't care if she said she was going to the moon and she was sitting on her couch. Oh, well, he told you he wasn't coming. The way you keep throwing that in her face makes no sense to me, Tia, especially since you want us to think that you have a lot going on. You started off talking about how rich you were, and you were the princess of this and that and the other. I would think that wouldn't be a damn big deal for you, girl. Who cares? But she gets all of that out. And then after she says that, here's the real F up. Tia says, Monique, this one's for you. She basically tells Monique, she directs her conversation to her. Monique, you're going to find out for yourself because this lady has been having a secret affair with your husband. This is how she basically says it. Why? Why would you say that? Why do you care what's going on between Stacy's legs and Chris's legs? Why would you say that to her? And why would you say it to his ex-wife like that? I don't know why nobody thought that was disrespectful. That's disrespectful. That is. She's not married to that man anymore, but throwing her in the mix for that type of conversation seems dumb to me. Anyway, Stacy ends up saying to her that I told y'all that I knew Chris. I never said I didn't know Chris. I don't know why you keep bringing that shit up. I told you I knew him. I also had a conversation with Monique about it. If everybody else at this table is okay, the people that fucking matter, the people that count, why would it bother you? Why do you keep making that an issue? Tia says, because you aggravate my spirit. Bitch, you aggravate my spirit. Now you have Stacy crying, and I hope she's crying because of the altitude and not because of something else, because she's wiping her eyes. And I was like, Stacy, if you let that heifer bring you to tears, do not. And I don't think she did, because she ends up getting smart with Monique, because Monique was trying to take it in. Anyway, Tia ends up warning Monique. She was like, I know this might seem like, we're all just bullying her, but you're going to see for yourself. And then you'll know. You're going to treat her, basically, you're going to treat her like the rest of us are treating her. That's why you had the runs right after this. That's exactly what gave your ass the runs. Anyway, Monique tries to pile up on Stacey after this. Monique says, well, I did talk to Stacey. And she vehemently denies speaking to Chris about our group conversation and telling him those personal things, right? She says she didn't take that back to him. And she said, I didn't. Stacey said, I didn't. Now let's talk about who could have took it back to him, right? Chris has a relationship with damn near everybody at that table. I don't think he talks to Giselle, but you know who he does talk to? Charisse. Charisse and Giselle were good friends before Charisse blasted her over on Carlos King's page. But she does talk to Giselle, and Charisse could have went right back and told that story. Kay clearly has a relationship with Cookie, who could have went right back and told that story. Who else? Ashley. Ashley could have told it to Charisse, because before she was bumping and grinding on her son before the tea came out, okay? That could have also went back. So there was all kinds of connections from all of them and Cookie that could have took that information right back to Chris. So I am so unsure why you're sitting there and act like Stacey is the only one. Not to mention the fact, okay, come on in, y'all. Hit the like button and share the video. You said, I don't like Tia. There's something about her. That's true. You said you suspect it's Ashley or Kay and Cookie and Charisse and more. Facts. Let's talk about the more part. The more part would be that you're writing a damn book. And you know what you have to do when you write a book that has somebody else's information in it? Sometimes your attorneys will say to you, you might want to push that over to him just to make sure that we can clear. Just let him know that it's in the book, because we don't want those legal situations, right? That happens. That's your real life story, and you have every right to tell it, but they will sometimes tell you to do that. I don't know. Maybe you don't have to, but go ahead and shoot him a couple of pages. Just test the waters. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes your memory may be different than his memory. And if there's something that we need to take out, we'll do that. That's said too. But Monique says, after saying, listen, she told me that she didn't say it. And, I'm just going to see what happens between she and I to get us there. But then Monique says, which did feel like a pile on, that I don't know who said it, but definitely someone went back 10 minutes after we all talked and gave him that information verbatim. And then she said that her attorneys, or his attorneys, my bad, his attorneys has been threatening her with defamation lawsuits, as well as threatening her with modifying the custody agreement. And while she's saying this, she's looking down at Monique. Monique is sitting one person away from her. Or excuse me, Monique is actually staring down at Stacey, who's sitting one person away from her. So she's looking down at her and said, I am being threatened. So I wish that whoever did say it didn't, do this, didn't do that. And Stacey went, I hate that for you. I do. I hate that for you, bitch. But what you're not going to do is make that seem like it was me. I told you I didn't say it. I never spoke bad about you. While that's happening, Ashley's in confessional. Oh my God, you're such a liar. You're such a liar. But while all that's being said, production continues to roll flashback scenes where Stacey is actually saying she's not lying. She's saying exactly what she's been telling those ladies. I do know him not very well. We know each other through people. We're not fucking. We didn't have that relationship. She's saying that. Production is rolling it all back. When you guys get to the reunion, if y'all don't have some hard ass actual factuals to blast Stacey out, y'all all are going to look dumb. Stacey is a newbie. The way she got y'all OGs, She is playing in y'all face. She's making y'all fall on your own sword. You should be embarrassed. This is horrible. I agree. I didn't like how Monique was implying that due to Stacey and Chris, that due to Stacey, Chris is having her served. Exactly. Why are you looking down at that woman talking about what's happening to you like you didn't know why you came on this show? The shit was on film. They were going to air it, whether it got back to Chris or not. That's number one. You should be more angry, if you're going to be angry at anything, that production is greenlighting having the cast call Chris and Chris okaying his voice and his likeness playing out on the season with your ass. That's what you should be more upset about. Because the rest of the shit was going to happen. That book was going to happen, and everything you said in that book was going to happen. And the tea is, and not that you deserved it, because I don't even want to put that out there, but if you have in a book, baby girl, that this is an excerpt, okay? I'm giving y'all a summary of it. But she basically said, just in case y'all didn't hear, her and Chris threw a party. They threw a party, and their relationship had gotten to a place where if they argued with each other, shit was going to go down. They argued. She threw a water bottle at Chris. Let's just assume it's a little water bottle like this. She threw it at him, and after she threw it at him, she ran. She ran, and he ran after her. When he catches her, because he's going to catch her, he grabs her by her throat, picks her up with her legs dangling in the air, pushes her through a patio door. The patio door is on her back. And then she said that the patio door, her body, is resting on the rail of the patio. So I guess if she would have fell over, that's a possibility. But she's resting on that patio while he still has his hand on the rail, excuse me, while he still has his hand around her neck. And he just completely blacked out. And the people at the party is screaming, Chris, let her go, let her go. And that's what brings him to. And he lets her go. I'm assuming that a lot of people saw this, which is why she's able to put that in the book and he can't deny it. But I will say this. First, let me say this just for anybody, because I saw a lot of people saying, well, didn't you throw a water bottle at him first? Are y'all crazy? Don't do that. If that woman, I don't care if she threw a water bottle up at him first. If he did what she said he did, what she did, that is some horrible shit. And he could have gone to prison. Imagine y'all be singing a completely different tune if he was sitting behind a damn panel and in front of a judge talking about, well, she threw a water bottle at me first, so that's why that happened. That there's no way those two things compare. No way. Period. But that is a toxic relationship. I'm accusing her of running her mouth, but then you tell her to move things to supposedly run back to Chris. Say that again. You're accusing her of running her mouth, but you're telling her more things to supposedly run back to Chris. Okay, I thought you were talking to me. You're talking about the show. I was like, what, excuse me? Yes, you're accusing her. You're accusing, Monique is accusing Stacey specifically of running her mouth, but then giving her extra tea that you're being, that his lawyers has been, coming after her. So yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. When I read that, I was like, girl, what did I do? But yes, but in no way should he have ever done that. Monique is this big. She is fun size. She's this tiny. I mean, that man is a football. He's gigantic. He's gigantic. Okay. And the other person who could have told Chris, I forgot to put this out there. The other person who could have told this is Bobby. Because why? Bobby has a relationship with Chris through Angel, right? Or he has a relationship. So if Angel was there listening to that conversation, because the camera pans Angel when she said, I don't know who at this group told, Angel was sitting there like, did y'all see that? Did y'all see how straight Angel's face was? She was just like this. Now, typically, you know what I'm saying? She just had a look that said there was more. There was more. That's all I'm going to say. And you know, Angel came home and told that man every damn thing. Angel Angel calls Bobby from the girls' meetings, the trip. So yes, for sure. But when the camera panned her when she was trying to get at Stacy, her face gave guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. So there's a lot of people at that table who could have told the story. And I don't know if Monique, I'm sure when she's watching it back now, she's getting it. But no, she didn't get it before. You said Kay always looks guilty when this topic comes up. Kay's another person. Are you talking? Yes, because I'm going to tell y'all, Kay also seems just a little bit jealous. Just a little bit jealous of her good friend. Every once in a while, you said we good. Thank you, baby. Listen, I love my cousin's child. I was like, what did I do? I had to read it a couple of times. Listen, them comments aren't always for me. I have to remember that. The comment section isn't always for me. But yes, a lot of people look guilty at the table and they were letting Stacey take the fall for it. And every time Ashley goes in confessional and tries to drill it in that it's Stacey, because y'all want to pretend like the audience is so dumb we can't figure it out. It just puts more on y'all. It lets us know that it's y'all that's the problem, period. Okay. But anyway, after all of that, Stacey ends up saying again to Monique, I didn't say it. I hate that for you. I wasn't the only person in the room when you had this problem. I wasn't the only person when you told us all this. Monique says, time will tell. Time will tell who said which one of y'all said it. And until then, I got to let it rock. She didn't do anything to me personally. And now everybody's pissed because y'all want her on your side. Monique's that last person that's not giving Stacey grief, even though she did give Stacey grief. You were all smiling except for Angel, period. You don't think it's jealous? She likes loser men. Look at the scenes with the next episode, because I think she does it throughout. Okay, y'all can wait till the next scene. But when she's like bragging about her money, she'll just like close her eyes or she'll do one of those numbers. I mean, it would get on my nerves too. It would get on my nerves too. But she does that in the scenes. Okay, they want Monique to fight Stacey, so Pennywise and Jizz facts. Anyway. After that, Angel lets the ladies know that their next field trip tomorrow, because they had the field trip at her home, but on the next field trip, they're going to go to Aspen. And she reminds everybody not to drink too much, drink plenty of water, don't drink too much alcohol, because she said, listen, we got plenty to do. It's going to be an all-day thing. And then after that, we're going to come back here and eat dinner. Whatever. So the ladies are like, oh, great. That sounds good. Anyway, Tia has to go to the bathroom, child. No, not before Kay. Let me put this out here. Kay must not like it there. Kay might not like it the way everybody likes it. Or at the end of the day, these ladies wants to be on film. So if you got two houses and everybody's separated, you may not get camera time. So Kay says, y'all think it'll be cool if we could all just have ourselves a little pajama jam over there at the Airbnb tomorrow? So after we come home from Aspen, we just go over to the Airbnb. Y'all think that would be good? Angel gives a look like, hell no. I have no desire to go to the Airbnb. Okay. She gives her that look. But Monique is like, that's what I love to do. I think we should do it. Monique starts, going in. Why wouldn't you be able to do the Airbnb tomorrow? Why can't we do a pajama party tomorrow? That's when Angel says, well, Bobby has the kids all day, while we're going to be out, he's going to have all the kids all day. And then, he's going to have to put all of them to bed. And I want to take that off his plate. Monique said, bitch, this is my time. She said, well, he's a father. That's what fathers do. Okay. It's okay for him to put them kids to bed by himself. And before she could get the words out of her mouth, Angel Massey, who has been delayed in every single episode, stuck that hand up and said, bitch, no, don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Hand up, Angel. She shut Monique's lips like this, threw away the key. Kay watched it. Kay said, bitch. For the first time ever, Angel has never responded to anybody in real time. This time, she shut the fuck up, girl. Don't do this, because she don't want to go. She don't want to go, okay? She was disgusted. Her entire face changed. She literally looked at Kay like, why would you ask that? Why? Kay was like, because we got to get it bumping over here, bitch. We didn't come all the way down here for nothing. You got us up here struggling to breathe, and you won't let us get the camera time we deserve. Hell, we better get this scene popping. So anyway, after she says all that, she looks crazy. She looks defeated. We have Tia walk back into the scene. Tia basically says that she couldn't keep her food down, that shit ran out of her both ways, okay, when she went to the bathroom. And Stacy says something in code. She says something about, yeah, I bet you did, okay? She said, it may have made you sick, right? We didn't get it until after they start getting back into the car. And that's when Stacy said, that bathroom smells like sewer. So they got some plumbing issues in the guest bathrooms, okay? Angel, bringing them ladies to that property was the dumbest thing you could have ever done. Now they're telling on camera that beautiful ass house of yours, you got a room in there that smells like the sewer. And when one of your guests went in there to use it, she said it came out both sides, the front and the bottom. And Stacy, who don't even like that bitch, said, same thing happened to me when I went up in that motherfucker. Same thing happened to me. Child, goodbye. Let's see. You said that is the spot in Aspen where the ladies are from. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills already visited while on a girls' trip. Oh, for real? Hence, while there is Mauricio in the next cameo. Thank you. I did not know that. So that's why Mauricio is up there. So yes, we'll get to see that next week. But yeah, y'all thought I was shitting on Angel. Everybody on the cast, everybody on the cast is shitting on Angel, including people who don't even have a problem with her. They shouldn't have a problem with her anyway. Stacy, Monique, child, good night. Oh my goodness. Anyway, after all of that, Angel is asked by production to have a scene with her husband. They said, let's just get this out of the way so we'll know exactly where we're filming tomorrow, because you're going home. We're getting back in the car. We're getting back in the car with the ladies. We're not staying with y'all. Watching y'all or filming y'all is like watching paint dry. So we're jumping back in Giselle's car and we're going home, or going back to the house with them. We're not leaving a camera crew here. Are you going to the pajama jam tomorrow with the rest of the ladies? She's forced to ask her husband, Bobby, if he's okay with her leaving and him being at home with the kids by himself. Mind you, they should have a nanny or something, because nobody with that kind of money is struggling. Damn. Anyway, Angel says, I want to know. And while she's asking the question, she's making eyes at Bobby. She has her back turned to the camera like this, or at least she's trying. And she's like, do you think you want me to come back here? Like, she's giving him all the signs, and he starts laughing. He starts laughing when she's doing it. He's staring at her and he goes, what do you want from me? But he said, if you want to go. I don't mind being with the kids. I don't want to go. And he went, well, stay. What do you want from me? Either you go or you stay, boo. I don't give a shit. I howled. You tried to get that man to say he wanted you to stay there. He wants you to leave too. He needs a little time off, I promise. Child, absence makes the heart grow fonder. But she's like, I don't want to be away from my kids. I'm not used to being away from my kids. Why would you bring your ass to the show then? This is your third child, Angel. This isn't your first, your second. God, y'all, she's a mess. I want her gone. I don't even say that a lot, but get the fuck off the show, child. Go, go, go. Now, while that's happening, the camera crew is in the car with the ladies. They are showing the road. It is midnight, pitch black. You can't see your hands in front of your face. That's how dark it is outside. They're driving. They're complaining about, well, what if the car breaks down? Do we get out? This is where, psychopaths live on dark roads. Why would she put us out here? So they're still complaining about all of it, okay? About all of it. They said that the shit was dangerous. Thank you, Kevin. They said the shit is dangerous. They shouldn't be there, the whole nine. Then they get their asses back to the house, and there's no water yet again. After Angel said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm going to call the homeowner. We're going to get it fixed. I promise. I can't believe this shit is happening again. No water yet again. And that is it. Okay. Boom. They go to bed. Next day, still no water. The chef has to come in. The chef goes down to the basement. He turns the water on. I think it was Ashley says in her confessional, bitch, we were so hard up to get water to wash off the day, the stank, the nasty, that we were Googling on YouTube how to get the water back on in the house. Now, while this is happening, they never dial Angel, not one of them, except for Jazzy. Jazzy shoots over a note that said something about, did I talk to y'all about Monique saying that, I think I did, about her and Chris having the same type of, Bobby and Chris might be in the same way, abusive. Anyway, Jazzy sends the message that says, child, there's no running water still. And also Monique is talking about Bobby under the table. Okay. Basically comparing her relationship to your relationship, saying you might have some of them same issues that her and Chris had. Right. So that is putting Miss Angel into a foul mood, but everybody's downstairs. They're eating. They got a little cheese plate, an omelet. You know what I'm saying? Not too much. And Monique said the temperature was 90 degrees upstairs. I couldn't sleep. I woke up with my head swollen. My face was swollen from the heat. Everybody's complaining. They don't know what to do. They don't know if this shit is real, if it's fake, right? Like, why would they do this to us? Giselle walked down them stairs and she said, lady, I've taken care of it. Okay. Today's your last night in this motherfucker. We're going to go to Aspen, and then I'm going to let Angel know what I think about her. I'm going to let her know about this entire shit, because we're not staying another night. Make sure you pack your bags, because when we leave wherever Aspen is, we're going to the next location. We're not staying here. She said, bitch, Angel had me in the tub in a squatting position, giving myself a whole bath. I had to take water from the spout and then splash it on my private parts in order to wipe myself down this morning. I'm not doing that shit anymore. They're like, are you serious? And then production, because y'all know production loves to dog a motherfucker. Production said, go ahead and turn on the water. Let's see how this works. They showed that house and they had the girls turning the water on, saying, we can't even wash our hands to eat, and putting their hand under the spigot and doing like this. The water's dry. Nothing comes out. It was such a disaster. It was such a disaster. Let's see. Jazzy is two-faced. She says one thing with Angel and then says something else to the collective. She does. She's probably looking for her time back on the show. It's a big deal because the princess was told no. Who's the princess? Are you saying Giselle? I'm not staying in a house that doesn't have running water. For what? They also know that there's other places to stay. Y'all think that Giselle was wrong for saying to the ladies, I'm out? because we're about to find out. Every single one of them said they had a problem with it. And Monique already said, yeah, production would have paid for us to have a house with running water. So this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Okay. Anyway, Angel hops her ass in the car with Tia and Kay, and she's like, "Oh my God, I don't want to be held responsible for them not having water. They're going to come after me because the house doesn't have water, and I didn't want that. I didn't want that." That's what she's saying. Okay, but she also finds out that Jazzy. She tells the ladies that Jazzy was the only one who sent her a text letting her know that there was no running water, and Jazzy was the only one who let her know that Monique was comparing Chris Samuels to her man. And she said, "I have a problem with that. I will crash the hell out over Bobby Massey. Under no circumstances do any of those women get to put my husband's name in their fucking mouth. I'm the only person who gets to talk about my husband." Okay? Now, I'm going to agree that she should not have compared Chris in her situation, especially now that we know her situation, to Bobby. But I am going to say everything else is right. They ain't supposed to stay up in there. Okay. You can't wait to see it. Me neither. I'm looking forward. Let's get activated, Angel. Okay. I need to see some more of this. Some more hands are waving. You said you usually like Monique, but she pissed you off by comparing somebody else's husband to her abusive husband. Don't even know Bobby. Spent 15 minutes in Bobby's company. Didn't even spend that much time in Bobby's company. Spent 15 minutes before she said it in Angel's company. She spent less than that in Bobby's company. But Monique sees herself as like a soothsayer now. She's like, "Bitch, all I have to do is walk in the room and and I get downloaded. I know exactly what I'm dealing with." But yeah, she said that. She said even that hand motion. She said even the hand motion, she believed that to be Bobby controlling her. And she was saying that she thought Bobby is the reason why she doesn't want to spend the night at the house. But it looks like she just don't want to spend the night with y'all. And she was asking Bobby to lie, because Bobby was like, shit. The best thing Bobby could have did was laugh at her and said, "Hell, stay if you want to stay, go if you want to go." Because that actually took some of the heat off what Monique was saying. Because Monique tried to make it seem like she was being controlled. Bobby doesn't want her here. No, it's not Bobby. She doesn't want to be there. She doesn't want to be there. You said Monique can go with Angel. She did say her and Bobby spoke on the phone before. Oh, really? She did? Okay, I did not hear that part. Thank you for sharing that. I did not hear that. You said when really that hand was Monique. Watch it. That's what she was saying. The same hand she gave to Monique was the same look she gave to Kay, because she frowned at Kay. Her face went, "Why would you do that, girl?" Okay. Kay just started giggling. when Monique does it, like, "Well, your husband can take care of it." She's not lying. Your husband could take care of it. But she was like, okay. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to rate this episode a solid, I think I gave it a 4.5 last time. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. And that's only because I'm looking forward to the setup. I want to see what happens when Giselle say, "Baby, we already got our bags in the car. We're going to go to the next location," because it looks like she's not going to be happy with that. She should have told them they were on their way to the next location. Kay is bored with them. She is. And Kay is supposed to be her ace. Why is Kay suggesting that she go back to a place she knows her bestie doesn't want to be? You said you give it a 7? Okay. Oh, you said that she said it when the men were being introduced when the ladies were being introduced to the men. Okay, those rude men. Well, thank you, because I did not know. I do remember Angel saying that Chris and her husband knew each other, but I'm glad, because I wanted to know if there was a connection with Monique. That changes things. That changes things. I still don't appreciate Monique calling her out, though. Don't think she should have done that. Let her get there on her own. You believe that Chris has been a mentor to Bobby. And I think that Bobby attended some of Chris's college games. Yep, they said something like that. They all had to go to bed at 7:30. They wanted to dip. Yeah, because they even said, why are y'all kicking us out? We don't get no after party or nothing. We got to go back home to a cheese plate. There was 5 grapes on a plate. They had 5 grapes, 3 slices of cheese. They kicked their asses out. And it looks like that food might have made some of them sick. At least Stacy and Tia didn't feel too great. Will it take Monique to get into another fight to work out Giselle? Giselle's pulling strings. I don't know. Giselle was chill this episode. She was chill this episode. Once she got in the house, this is Giselle in full operation. If the Grand Dame was here, she would be narrating Giselle's steps. She would have been the one in confessional saying, oh, well, good luck to Angel because Giselle's about to take the fuck over. This is Giselle's trip from this point forward. That would have been what Karen would have been saying in confessional. Nobody else was catching it. Giselle is already on the next level. This is Giselle's trip. And that's what Miss Angel does not want. Okay. That's what Miss Angel doesn't want. But baby, when I tell y'all she's about to take over, you said that they had a staff at the rented house. It doesn't look like they do. It looks like the water goes off at night and so does the staff. Everything goes. That's why those girls don't want to be there by themselves. Child, it was a whole mess. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate you for coming through, for rocking with me, for hanging out, for supporting all the things. Y'all know I like to call it the cookout, child. I love to see it. Hit my like button, share the video. Please and thank y'all. And if you're not getting my notifications because YouTube can be the ghetto, I'm not going to lie, make sure that y'all follow me on all my other platforms. Okay. Facebook, follow me on Instagram because I will put it over there too. And Instagram does give the notifications. Facebook does give the notifications. Okay. Belisha said, I love it here. Thank you. Thank you to my subscribers, all of y'all. If you're not a subscriber, become one. Thank you to those who just pulled up and ate a little bit because, you know, I like to have fun. Thank you to my members. I appreciate y'all for supporting me. You said it was a good time today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Follow me on all platforms. So follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Okay. Until the next one, we got Married to Medicine next, baby. It'll probably be a little later today because we got to get that one out. That was a good show. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.